Hey, my name is Steven, and in this video I'm going to talk about how choosing virtue is one of the most important decisions you can make for your life. If you don't know what your virtues are, you'll be wandering around life, doing what other people are doing, and not doing what you know to be true. Before I go on, if this video resonates with you, please like and subscribe, as I'll be making more videos just like this one. So let me ask you a couple questions. Have there ever been moments where you felt like you lacked a vision for your life, or maybe it was hard to form a sense of identity? Do you ever find yourself kind of lost, numbing your boredom with screen time? And if I was to ask, what are the three main virtues you hold for your life? Would you know what they are? So your virtues are the foundation of living towards a higher ideal, a better version of yourself. Your virtues are the roadmap for what you do in life, what decisions you make, and what you pursue. Virtue means good moral quality or behavior, and I feel like we all strive to be a good person to some degree. But how many of us sincerely ask ourselves every day, what it is that I want to do, what's important to me, what do I value in life, what makes me feel alive, and what kind of person do I want to be? What ideas can I form about life that would bring out the best possible result, if anything was truly possible? Many of us, and much of me, have bitter, weird ideas about life. It could be that we picked this up from somebody and never chose to question it. Or maybe we were hurt in the past, and through our direct experience we came to the conclusions that life isn't fair. It's hard to question these thoughts because they make up our beliefs about how things work and who we are, regardless if they're even true or not. It is possible to change the way you see the world, but you have to question, even change yourself. What kind of world would you like to live in despite your suffering? If you had the power to hold on to some greater ideal, what would that look like to you? Whatever you can imagine, let that be the guiding light to what is calling out to you. Don't think about how you must seem to others. Be content if you should live the rest of your life in such wisdom as your nature wills. Observe what it wills, and let nothing else distract you. For you have had the experience of so many wanderings without having found happiness anywhere. Not in wealth, not in reputations, nor enjoyment, not anywhere. Where is it then? In doing what your nature requires. You do this by having principles which influence your effects and acts. Have virtuous principles in life that affect your thoughts and your behavior and your actions. Know yourself deeply and create goals as an expression of what speaks to your soul. Be honest with yourself by contemplating what you want out of life and what kind of person you want to be, and then aiming towards that. For example, through my experience, I've recognized that freedom, adventure, and truth are virtues that speak to the very core of who I am. I feel most alive when I'm free to do as I please, when I can travel and see new places, meet new people, and learn about different landscapes and the environment. And truth, the ability to speak to everybody unhabitually because I know who I am to the core of my being. To be honest in my speech and my emotions and desires, and to express myself fully to the world as if it was life itself speaking through me. Out of these three simple ideas, freedom, adventure, truth, I'm able to sift through the endless distractions that keep me from living a more rich and meaningful life. It's important to create goals that complement your virtue. For me, it's traveling in my mini camper, visiting national parks, being debt-free, trying to be more vulnerable to the world. Make goals specific to your virtues and your experience. And wake up every day with an energetic optimism, knowing that you are in full alignment with what's important to you. The goals you set up for your life are an expression of who you are and who you aspire to be, but you have to take action towards your goals. Even virtue demands that we take action, inward action. If you're not taking action towards your goals, you're not expressing who you are. No longer talk at all about the kind of man that a good man ought to be, but be such. Embracing virtue means taking responsibility for your inner life and how that is expressed outwardly in your day-to-day. It's not so much about knowing virtue, but living it. Men imagine that they communicate their virtue or vice only by overt actions, and do not see that virtue or vice emit a breath every moment. If you don't know what your virtues are, I highly recommend you start journaling daily. It helps you have a clearer idea of what's important to you, what you aspire to be, and what you should let go of. If you'd like to hear more about why you should journal, I made a video about it and you can check it out right here. Knowing virtue is your trail map towards living a rich life. Only follow the trails that speak to your heart and what you know to be true. When you know you're on the right path, you can confidently hike your way through life, totally disregarding the paths that lead to where you don't want to go. It's in your power to live free from all impulses, in the greatest tranquility of mind. even if the whole world cries out against you as much as they choose. And the world will cry out, trying to convince you that you're wasting your time, and that you should take the easier path because everyone else is doing it. When you avoid looking to see what your neighbor says, does, or thinks, and only to what you do yourself, may it be just and pure, you avoid much trouble. Don't look around at the depraved morals of others, but run straight along the line without deviating from it. Keep your focus and energy on what you know to be true. Wake up every day knowing that you're a person of virtue. I hope this video has helped you see the importance of adopting virtue. It can be so powerful to live out the virtue specific to our life. If you found this video valuable, please like and comment what your virtue you hold is. Here's a few more quotes to help you live a more virtuous life. But before I do, I want to talk about that one scene in Lord of the Rings. I think it's on the Two Towers, when Frodo asks Sam after his speech, "What are we holding on to, Sam?" And Sam replies that there's some good in this world, Mr. Frodo, and it's worth fighting for. So I just want to inspire you to work towards living a life that is pointed in the right direction, shall we say, that is aspiring to see the positive light. No law can be sacred to me but that of my nature. Good and bad are but names very readily transferable to this or that. The only right is what is after my constitution, and the only wrong is what is against it. If it is not right, don't do it. If it's not true, don't say it. If you do work at what is before you, following right reason seriously, vigorously, calmly, without knowing anything else to distract you, but keeping your divine part pure, as if you should be bound to give it back immediately. If you remain bold, expecting nothing, fearing nothing, but be satisfied with your present activity according to nature, and with heroic truth in every word and sound you utter, you will live happy. And there is no man who is able to prevent this. None but he knows what that is which he can do, nor does he know until he is tried.